Like I was saying, I have my painting water and my brush and my paint, and I'm ready to mix it together. Of course, I need to have some paper towels handy just in case this goes awry. What does awry mean? It means I could make a mistake. Yes, it happens. Okay, I want to wet things down first. Wet it down. Get that paint working into the paper. Yeah, remember, don't scrub, don't press down and scrub with your brush back and forth. These need to be nice, gentle movements. Feel the bristles. The bristles should slide across the paper. Slide. They should never feel scratchy. Okay, it should not feel like a toothbrush. The sound should be smooth and almost so that you can't hear it at all. Very smooth feel to it, almost silent. And now I'm just working the white up into the blue, gives it sort of an opaque, creamy look to it. I really enjoy that. Notice how I'm just bringing that paint down towards the middle. And anytime you hear your brush, if it starts to make a scratchy noise, dip it in the water. It should not make a scratchy noise ever. Painting should be just smooth and calming. Now I get to see some of these colors mix. Notice how I'm starting where the paint is all red. I'm not really rinsing my brush because I want these colors to mix. And I'm gently going back and forth, making sure I'm not pushing my brush away from me. I always want to be pulling the brush, okay? Pull the brush. Don't ever push the brush. It doesn't like that. It makes unhappy sounds. They sound like scratching. And if there's not enough water on your brush, you will hear it then too. Ooh, look how lovely that is. I was hoping for a nice violet, a creamy sort of purple, and I think I'm pretty close to that. So that means to blend this, I don't want to see any of the original blue. I don't want to see any of the original white or the original red. Notice how to get those spots on the edge. I'm just going way over from the middle on over, making sure it's blending. And there's hardly any sound at all to my brush, which tells me I have enough paint, I have enough water, blending beautifully. If I wanted to add any more colors, I could. I just want to make sure that I have enough along this side where the tail is going to go. So I'm going to bring this over. Nice long strokes with your brush. Don't worry about the edge. The goal is that for that to not show. So let me grab my cat. Just kind of see if that's going to work. Oh, it is. It's going to be gorgeous. Right up here. Just want to be sure this goes over far enough. I'm just using the remaining paint on my brush to drag that color just a little bit further. There we go. Yay! I did it. Okay, let's pause there, go clean our brushes. And that was the end of step 2, making 2 different types of backgrounds. I got to get ready for step 3, where we put it all together. Ooh, so exciting. Okay, so I cleaned up from the last step, and on this step, we're going to decorate the stencil itself. Okay, we're going to make this thing look pretty. But since I don't want to make a mistake or mess this up, I've given myself some little pieces of scrap paper and we're going to do a test run. This way you can decide what you like best and you don't have to try it before knowing what it's going to look like. I have some water here, markers, a little bit of paint. These are those watercolor creams that I absolutely love. And set my paper aside a bit. I grabbed this little cookie tray because I know me and I make messes. And so what I'm going to do is make messes in the tray. But I don't have quite so much cleanup. I've got some paper towels over beside me too. All right, let's start off with the watercolor cream. I'm thinking about the outside of the cat and what I want it to look like. So maybe, what if I did a frame, pretending like the cat is in the middle of this? What if I made a frame? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. This is a try it out time, a little experiment. And these watercolor creams should blend together pretty well, but we're going to find out. And so I'm going to pretend like this area is where the cat is in the middle, and maybe I want it to have black right up to the edge. Let's try it. Oh, I can't get the lid off. I went and cleaned the water out and put the lid on too tight. Okay. Make sure I got a paper towel in my hand here. And let's see. Okay. So this is nice. It reminds me a bit of some of the backgrounds that one of those backgrounds that we just made. So I'm not sure if that would look good against one of the backgrounds. I'm imagining that's a little cat cut out. I don't know. I'm not sure how I like that one. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and try another method. Let's see, make sure this is good and clean because I want to try something totally different. I want to do some paint right on my tray here. Just a couple little blobs of green. I just grabbed one. I thought green might look nice against either of those backgrounds. And I'm actually going to kind of wildly spread the paint in this cookie sheet. And this will all just wash right off as long as I clean up right away. Remember, don't ever let anything sit. Okay, look, I just kind of made a mess out of the paint. And then I'm going to take my sample paper and lay it on the paint and see what happens. Let's see. Ooh, peel it up. Ooh, I kind of like that. That's really fun. That might make for a fun cat look. Ooh, okay, that one's my favorite so far. Set that aside and wipe this up. And this is why I have those paper towels right here. The next thing I want to try, the last thing really, is using the markers. And I think what I want to do is take 3 colors and do little dots. This is called stippling. So I pull the caps off all 3 and hold them together. Do not press hard or you will ruin the tips of your markers. Okay, guys? So what if I just did some gentle little dots? Oops, they kind of got away from me. And I don't know if I would want to add any water to this or not. It's kind of fun just with the colorful dots on there. Okay. So we've got some great options. You could, of course, with the markers, you could add a little bit of water, but remember our stencil paper is probably not as thick as our background paper, so we have to be cautious about that. Okay, let's grab the stencil, and I think I'm going to do this one. Okay, hold on. Let me get the stuff. Okay, here we go. I think I'm ready. I'm so excited. This is our last step before we put things together, like make it into the work of art. Okay, let me sign my name on here first because once this is wet, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to sign on the left side, which I don't normally do, but I don't have a lot of room over here. Okay, there we go. Now, my goal is to get green paint in this area. So here is the little cheat. I've got this stencil laying on top of my little cookie sheet. You could also use aluminum foil. Um, if you have a piece of glass, that actually works well too, like a glass table, because it'll wash right off as long as you do it right away. Dabs of paint in there. Alrighty. Now I am going to take this off. I'm going to flip it over when I get to this point. So that's why I've got them on this side. Here we go. Make a mess, make a mess. And it should, when I flip the paper the other way, this should cover all the area I need it to cover. And if you have enough paint, of course, spread it down to the edges. I don't want it to be too solid. I like the look of it being kind of bubbly like that. Wax paper would work well for this too. Then you could just throw it away when you're done. Paper plate. Okay, I think that's all I need to do. And now, of course, I'm taking it. It was like this with my name on the front. I'm going to flip it over so it all ends up in the green. And I'm just going to press it down. It's not quite big enough for the whole thing, so let me move my water. Ooh, so far so good. Yep. Look how cool so far. Okay, I need a little bit more on that side. I'm just going to gently rotate it and drop it down again over in the little extra paint I have there. Oh, I think it's fantastic. Okay, let me set this aside to dry for a couple of minutes, and then we are going to put them all together. Be gentle with this. When it's wet, it's delicate. Be gentle. All right, we made it. This is it. We get to put everything together. Woo! Okay, so exciting. All right. So now I have to decide which one this is going to look best on. Or maybe I just line it up on each of them and take a picture. Okay, so this is the cat stencil over the background that was made with marker. There's what that looks like. And I really love that. I love how the green contrasts with the warm colors on the inside, right? We've got cool colors around the cat and then warm colors on the inside. I love that. I don't know. Okay, let's try it on the other one. Let's try it on the other one. These are still a little damp, but I just couldn't wait. I had to see it now. Here's the one that I did with the paint. That looks fabulous too, but totally different look, right? Because it's all cool colors. Oh, wow. I don't know which one to choose. I love them both. I hope you had a great time with this project. Feel free, take a couple of pictures and send them to me. I'd love to see your work. This was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I guess that's it. Wow. Okay, see you again soon. Bye. So there it was, young artist. That was so much fun doing that stencil project with you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. My plan is to take a couple of pictures on the different backgrounds, and that way I have it both ways and I don't have to really officially decide. But if there's one background that you just love and you've chosen it and you're ready for it, you can always glue the cat down or glue your stencil down onto your background. You could tape it. You could just fasten the edges. However you want to do it, you do you. You are the artist, so make those creative choices. All right, that's it for today. Bye for now. Bye.